Good morning, everybody. It's me, Joshua Blessy, the unknown prophet. I am here to do tarot readings for you today from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. every morning, Central Standard Time. I use my homemade deck, the Five Paths Tarot, to divine the best possible future for you, the best possible path for you. My goal is to lead you to the best day ever. So that's what I am here to do, help you find the best possible path for you and find the best day ever. Let me get rid of this one here. All right, now we can kind of see me a little bit better, can't we? And welcome on in, Rylex and Sherlock. So, Rylex, I saw your name first. You're going to be first on my list. And Sherlock, you're next, okay? And good morning to both of you. So, Rylex, I do two different kinds of readings here, guys. I do my past, present, and future reading. That's the most typical one I give. Or I give you one I call the journey layout, where I take you on a journey down the path that I have put out in my cards, the 5 paths. So you will travel down my 5 paths to find out more about what you need to know. It's where you get the most answers of. Just let me show you that real quick here, just so you guys can kind of see it here. So I'm going to add my layout real quick. So this is my layout for the journey layout. And I will explain what these cards mean if you wish me to do so. Otherwise, I do have it in my commands. You can always type in the first letter, exclamation point, first part of the name, like if it's wait, easy, unseen, and you can find out more about all of that. So, or I can happily explain it to you. So those are the two different kinds of readings I do here. You let me know which one will work best for you, and I will give you that reading. So, Rylex, you're up. Rylex, are you still with us? Okay. Let me see what my cards will say for you. Do you want a 3-card reading or a 5-card reading? So the 3 card is the past, present, future. The 5 card is the 5 paths. One more thing I want you guys to know. I'm going to tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know here. I'm not one of those tarot readers who take your money and run. Okay, I like to help people. So I do this for donations, but they are free. If you can afford to give me a donation somewhere down the line, I greatly appreciate it. Other than that, I'm just trying to do it. So 3 cards, okay? How many times would you like me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10? I'll do it later. How many times would you like me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10? Let me put my microphone up here just a little bit more. How many times would you like me to? Okay, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck. Just to repeat one more. Okay, thank you. 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 8th card is where your answer is in my deck. Let's see what we got to tell you. I'm telling you, I saw that coming. Okay, here's your reading for today. And Shelock, you're next in on from YouTube. So please stay in the chat. I should be done with this pretty much in a little bit here. Okay, so here's your reading, Alex. So in the past, you have been trying to re-embrace your freedom, kind of stuck in a cage that they've been locked in for a long, long time, right? Even a gilded cage can be a cage that we put ourselves in because it's nice, comfortable, and safe. That's what we always default to, is we put ourselves in our own little cage that protects us and keeps us safe and all that fun stuff, but it's still a cage. It's time for you to embrace that freedom from that past issues that you have had and let go of those things, because the Larimar's door is all about re-embracing your freedom once again. Whenever someone gets this card, especially in the past, you have a destiny to fulfill in this question that you are asking. And it might be giving yourself the freedom to start believing that this is going to be happening. So you have to start changing your mindset. So, you know what I like to tell people? You know that little cage you put yourself in? It's time to unlock the door because you had the key in your pocket the entire time. And all you had to do was walk out of that door, turn around, shut the door, lock the door, throw the key into the center so you can never get back into that comfortable spot again, because you need to move on and move forward. So, but you know, as far as stuff from the past has to kind of come back, you know, is maybe coming back to repeat itself. So try to make new beneficial decisions now. Your present here is telling you to contemplate the pretty choices that are in front of you. Okay, I know you want this one person, okay, and you want them to be your girlfriend, but maybe there are a lot of other choices out there you have yet to consider. Have you done the hard thing yet? Have you asked this person if you want to be my girlfriend? Have you tried dating for a while? Have you tried all this stuff? That's what contemplation is about. We're completing those conversations. So I want you to do something for me. I want you to put down on a piece of paper 10 things that you like about this woman, and it can only be attributes. It can't be body shape, color of skin, anything like that. It's just what attributes does she have that would fulfill the second half of my heart. And I'm going to give you something here in a little bit that will help you with this, okay? And then your future. The future is a picture card, so it's telling you to get the big picture here. There might be more going on that you don't know about in the background of her life or their life. And what they're trying to discover is the whole big new picture that they were presenting to the world. Maybe they're presenting them as their true self for the first time. Have that. So you have what? This picture? I doubt it. That's my brother's. My brother drew this. So if you're my brother, well, okay then. But it's definitely time to start getting that big picture and seeing the whole thing for what it is. Whenever someone gets this, I want you to think of that like this. You just completed the puzzle piece of yourself. And now the world gets to view that. Now, art is subjectional, okay? Art is about the person's viewpoint when they look at something, right? Everything's like that. But if you're looking only at one part of the picture here, you might not be seeing this part of the picture. So try to keep your eyes moving, get the big picture, keep your keys ready. Now, your destiny card is telling you it's time to start listening to that ancient wisdom that you are getting from your past, your present, and your future. Your guides and gods are trying to talk to you. They're sending you messages on what this answer is. You're just not listening. So maybe you felt more encouraged to want to go ask this person out, first of all. And they're trying to give you the energy. But there's that ancient knowledge you hold within yourself that you know about it. You have to be self-confident and bring that ancient knowledge up and think about what kind of a thing you need to be doing in your life. Because this is all about taking personal responsibility and listening to your gut and listening to your instincts and your intuitions. So it's time to start trusting your gut, trusting your intuitions, because maybe you're right. And let me catch up on chat here. Actually, I have the last. And so what I'm getting from this for you, or what will kind of go back to your question here, there is definite possibility for this to happen in 2020, 2023. It's entirely possible because freedom means you're expressing the freedom within yourself, unlocking that cage that you feel like you're locked in. So getting over those fears, going outside of your comfort zone. Oh, list. I don't have a list anymore. I've got Sherlock next, but he doesn't respond. And if you don't respond more than 3 times, I do move on, guys. So, but I'm going to finish up with my last minute intuitional thoughts for you, okay, Rilek? So, my last minute intuitional thoughts is I'm kind of seeing that there is a possibility there. I think what you need to do is step up your flirt game a little bit, kind of dress for success, really get it out there. And above all else, I can't stress this enough, ask the question. Now, here's what I wanted to give you that I think will help you today, okay? So remember that list I wanted you to do? Now, I want you to go get a key from a locksmith that says, do not duplicate. You don't have to cut the key. You just want a blank, okay? When you get home, I want you to pray on that, or whatever way you put energy into something, or whatever way you feel connected to the divine, and ask them to let this key be the key to your heart. And you're going to, with this key, you're going to unlock it, right? And when you give it to this person that you love, okay? And I want you to think about those attributes that you can do a list longer than 5 things. You can do whatever list you want, but I want you to list the things of attributes that you really like about this person, because that's what your intent is. Now you're going to take that key and you're going to say all of those things into the key of what it wants you to do. Now you're going to ask your God to empower that key to allow you to unlock the key to her heart by giving her the key. And that's kind of one of the things I thought might help you. But I really want to stress this enough. There's just be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Let me read what you said. Yesterday, a person says to me that she's actually boyfriend is bad for her. Well, maybe you can be the person who changes that. You know, you can't go by what other people are saying, right? Like, you have to go by what your intuition is telling you. All these people who are whispering in your ears, don't listen to them. Listen to what your voice inside is telling you to do. Follow your heart. If you do this with your whole heart and you put an honest thing out there for them to see, take off the mask, take off all the things that you like to pretty yourself with, go down back to the basic essential who you are. Please be who you are and dress how you want to dress and all that other stuff. But there we go. Okay, Shelock from YouTube. And that is your reading. Sorry about that, Radix. I want to get to the next one here. Shelock, are you here? Shelock from YouTube. I forgot to open the queue. That's why there's not a list. Now I got to do this just on Twitch here. It's a terrorist who says that to me. Well, like I said, I'm not here to make the choices for you. I'm here to help you divine the best possible path for you, because I feel like if they want to tell you what they feel, that's what their intuitions are telling them, what they feel in their heart, truly, So if you're competing with somebody else for her heart, what are you doing to stand out? What are you doing to make it known that you are more interested, Well, like I said, I'm not going to say that they're wrong, but like I said, you're looking for answers in multiple places. What are you trying to actually get? The answers you're looking for, or are you just trying to get yourself all psyched up to go ask her out? I mean, I think that's about what it's going to take. You just have to take that brave face on, go for it and ask. I think maybe that's the only thing that's stopping you, honestly. Now, whatever advice you want to follow, you follow, because I am definitely here. All right, for you. Okay, thank you. I really do appreciate you stopping by, Relax. If you want to sit here, chat, and chill for a while, you're more than welcome to. I'm moving on to the next person in line, which is Dominique. Yep. I think Dominique. You are up. Dominique, you are next in line. Your turn is now. I'm doing good. So, how can I help you today? I'm having a good morning so far. I've got coffee, I've got my cigarettes, I've got my cards, I've got you guys. What else could I ask for? Okay, with this question, I will definitely divine. I do two different kinds of readings, and I think the second one will be more beneficial to you. Okay, well, thank you for that information, Alex. I do wish you the best of luck. I truly do. And yes, you can ask any question, but I do two different kinds of readings here, Dominique. I do your typical past, present, future reading, and then I do one called the journey layout, which I'm going to explain for everybody here. So this is my journey layout, guys. What I do is I take you down each one of these paths that help you find the best divine future for yourself. Okay, this is where you get the most answers. Okay, so when I'm taking you down these positions in my deck here, the past path, it tells you all about your victories and defeats that you made up to this point, but you have to eventually turn around and face your future and start walking towards it. Then you get to your waiting path. Your waiting path is one where you make those good choices and bad choices within your head using your emotional mind or your logical mind. You're making the best possible choice for you, but you can get stuck here waiting for answers sometimes. So then I take you down one of three paths. I either take you down the hard path, which is one of overcoming adversity, getting to your goal as quickly as possible, but you need to take a nice long break afterwards. Then the easy path is a one step at a time approach, making a lot of little goals. You don't get to your major goal very quickly, but you do eventually get there. Then we have my unseen path. It's that one thing that's been right in front of your nose the whole time that's been telling you what you need to do with your life, but you have to kind of pull yourself away from it and really see it for the first time. It's a little bit of the easy, a little bit of the hard, but definitely one you carve yourself. This one, you're not sure where it's going to lead or how long it's going to take, but you know you have to take that chance to go into the unknown. All right. The home path position is all about what you need to bring within yourself or expel within yourself. The leap of faith card is all about what kind of fears you need to overcome. We all know what a leap of faith is, right? We all know what we're jumping into. We just don't know how we're going to land sometimes, guys. So it's kind of how can I get over my fears and minimize the hard landing? Then we have the wandering path card. That one doesn't have a time limit, a direction, or anything. It's just you wandering on a path. So maybe this is the card that tells you what you haven't thought of before. So that is my journey layout. Now that you've kind of understand, Dominique, we will get you one of those. Oh, sorry, wrong. Hey, just to give it, I am sponsored by W Energy Drinks. Please, if you would like to order some of the energy drinks, I'm getting my first package sent to me soon. So I will be doing a review of each of the flavors and stuff like that. So tune in next time for that. Okay, back to what I was doing now and taking this back off the screen. Okay, so here's what I need from you, Dominique. I need you to tell me how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you. And give me a second. I'm going to do a cleansing shuffle from the last reading, because I always do a shuffle after every reading. I do it with my intuition, and then I dial you in. So, Dominique, whenever you're ready, please tell me how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I need you to pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck. This is a wandering path card here, because I always take the first card out of your deck there for wandering path. There. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3. And now the 34th card is up on top of my deck here, and let's see what the cards have to say for you today. Okay, passed. Wait. Easy. Hard. Unseen. Home. Faith. Okay, so give me a second to make sure. I'm trying to make sure my cards. This could probably be tipped down just a little bit here. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to make sure. So here's your reading for today, and you will have to make a couple of choices along the way, but the first two cards are kind of the base for the rest of the reading. So we're going to just do the first two cards in the deck here, and we've got the weight card right there for you when we're ready to do it. So here's your reading, Dominique. So in the past, you have been battling between two opposing sides of things that are going on inside within yourself. You have been battling with this other vision of who you are for a while. It's time to put down the swords and talk to the enemy inside. It's time to start working on compromising and coming together as a team. So those two parts of yourself that are at battle or at war right now within yourself, you don't need to fight with it. You don't need to say anything other than, I need to stop fighting with myself and start working with myself. So you've either been working on that in the past and starting to come to that fruition in the future there, because your weight path is telling you this. This is your weight path, the extinguish card. And the extinguish card is telling you all about one very special thing. You may have left those fires out, those battle scars that you've left out into the world. It's time to extinguish all of that pain and grief and sadness and move on. Do something that will help you extinguish those old bad flames, those old bad patterns, because those are the fires you shouldn't be concentrating on. You should be concentrating on the one fire in front of you, because you want to be able to control how your positivity grows, how everything goes. And you really want to work on, because people leave these little fires burning all of the time, and we don't think they're going to come back to burn us someday. Well, if you leave the fire burning long enough and you haven't done something to fix it, it's going to come back and haunt you. So now we have another choice for you to make. Okay. Would you like to go down your hard path, your unseen path, or your easy path first? Okay, so your unseen path, right? Give me a second. I'm just kind of repositioning the cards here. So your unseen path, right? What the unseen path is telling you is that it might be time to reassess the very big puzzle piece of who you are. You've completed most of the puzzle, but there's one piece missing in your life that you've yet to consider. You either consider this to be the lost piece, or the piece that has yet to come, or the unknown. Just like I call myself, there's always a piece of ourselves that we're working on, so that the puzzle becomes complete and then we have to brush off the dirt and see what's underneath that dirt, because maybe this is just the dirt on top of the card. So it's time for you to kind of get back and reassess what's kind of going on in your life a little bit. And remember that you're not missing a piece. You've already had that piece. This is the piece called the unknown that happens to everybody in life. So be brilliant in your new future, because now you're getting ready to put that big picture out there for people to see. Would you like to go down your hard or easy? And just to remember that the easy is the temper card, the hard card is the fermentation card. While I refill my coffee. Hard. Okay, give me a second. I'm just going to stir my coffee real quick here. Ooh, that's a... Okay. I have to pour a little out so I can incorporate more cream and sugar in here a little bit. Thank you for giving me a little bit of time to make coffee. Sorry, I'm not trying to take away from your reading here. So, all right, that's good enough. Let's get going. Hard path. So your hard path, right? The hardest thing for you to do sometimes to overcome those goals, those are getting through those adversities, is you forget to temper yourself like you would temper a piece of metal. Just remember that you are creating the tool or the person that you want to be. It takes work for that to happen. You have to put yourself down on that iron, and you have to bang away at yourself until you put yourself into the shape that you want to be. What kind of a shape do you want? Do you want to be the sword that protects, the shield that defends? Do you want to be the cup that gets filled, or do you want to be the fan that controls? So you can use your own analogy there, but basically, what kind of a person do you want to be? And then remember, tempering something also means you're adding some strength to it. Now, nothing in life comes without some kind of consequence. Even if you're working towards a good goal, sometimes you have to work really hard on yourself in order for that to come to fruition. So your hard path is telling you it's time to kind of to remember the shape that you want to be, and it does take work for it, because you have to apply that banging hammer to that metal until it becomes the shape you want it to be. Cheers! Coffee, we love it. All right. So now your only path left is your easy path, right? And that's this fermentation card. The fermentation card is telling you that the easiest path for you to follow is to allow all of those ingredients that you've picked up along the way. So your essential, equate this however you want to equate it, but what represents the yeast in your life? What represents that sugar that you need to add, those spices that you need to add, those barley and hobs that you want to add? Then you have to let it sit for a while and actually kind of mix together and fermentate. And then you have to strain it and pasteurize it so that it's drinkable for people. Okay? And that takes a long time to do sometimes. But what I feel you need to start getting back into is going with that flow again. You kind of have to work on that flow and just allowing things to happen in its own natural time. Stop trying to rush everything, because maybe if you slow down a little bit, you'd find out just how good this drink can be, because you're going to consume it someday. You're going to drink the positive thing that you've been working on and doing all of that stuff, because you're going to take that back, that golden elixir, this cup of light that you see here. That's a little bit naughty, but you get to decide that, and that's kind of what it's telling you to be. Would you like to go down your home card or your leap of faith card next? Perfect in taste. Now it's just a little bit of your home card. Okay, so your home card is telling you what you need to bring within yourself. This is kind of a duality thing for you with this card showing up, the seeds card, because it both means two different things, especially within yourself. You have to allow all that knowledge that you have gained over the years, that part of you that you are willing to give to somebody else is your representative seed of life. Okay. Now, who you choose to give that seed to or where that seed falls and grows is entirely up to you and your experiences. So you have to remember that you have completed a lifetime of goals, that you are ready to start spending those seeds out into the universe so they can grow in places where you can be more connected, more, growth that can start within it. So I always think of it like this. I have, where are they? Oh, not that. Where are they? Where are they? Up here somewhere. See, I have seeds of hope here, and I give these out to people every once in a while. And it's just a bag of marbles that I've blessed and stuff like that. But sometimes I give them a seed of hope to get them started for their own growth, to give them a little bit of me, So it's all about giving a little bit more of yourself to the world, maybe sharing some information or sharing a little bit about yourself, because those are going to pop up in the forest before you. Someday they're going to grow into big, beautiful trees just like you. Then we have your Leap of Faith card, and you have the Wandering Path card in the Leap of Faith card. So what does that mean, right? Well, first and foremost, you're probably very scared about just having a path that doesn't have a direction or doesn't have a time limit or doesn't have a location to get to. You're just walking. You're not thinking about anything. You're not trying to figure anything out. You're just wandering. You're seeing where this path takes you. So to get the Wandering Path card in the Leap of Faith card, it means that you have to start thinking about, are you doing this too much? Or are you not doing this enough? Do you need to be wandering? And I kind of feel like you do this a lot. You have to get back on the path that doesn't have a direction. This one is kind of like hurting you right now. So you have to kind of feel like maybe it's time to start following a different path for a change, so that you can start back down those roads. So that might be what fears you will have to overcoming. Now we have the last and final card, which is your Wandering Path card. So since we just got a Leap of Faith card, this might give us a little bit of insight into what that means. Okay. So this is something that you may not have considered before. Whale's Joy is my wife's card. She is one of the most magically connected people in this world that I know. Okay. She has very good intuitions, very good abilities, just like me, but she spends a lot of time thinking about her past or being a part of the journey that she's been in. Sometimes she can get a little stubborn, a little bit, I can't find the words because she's just too good. I can't. So that's my personal preference. But let me get back to it. Whales like to swim down into the ocean. They do this for a long period of time. They can actually go, I think, almost a month without coming up for air sometimes, depending on the kind of whale, all that kind of stuff. But in this picture, it's a humpback, or not a humpback. The whale does one thing very well. It navigates the sea and gets through all of those little nicks and crannies. It does take a lot to feed this thing because it's a big person, right? But the Whale's Joy card is basically telling you this. Every once in a while, you have to come up for air, right? And you have to jump for joy out of that ocean and take that breath of fresh air for the first time. So maybe this card is telling you it's time for you to take that leap out of that water, grab that new fresh breath of air in your lungs again so that you can go back down into the ocean and swim with your family and your friends in your pod again and go back to living the life that you want to live. And that's kind of what this card is telling you. It's time to come up for air a little bit, come up out of the situation that you're in, give yourself maybe a little bit of a break. And if there's a female in your life that feels like a sister or even a partner of some sorts, maybe it's time to ask them a question that you have been waiting to ask them. They might have the answer you're looking for better than me. So this is your reading here for you today. Yeah. My last minute intuitional thoughts for you, Dominique, is this. I feel like the universe is basically telling you this because I always do this for everybody anyway. So, what do I feel like these card readings are? What does this reading mean to me, and how can I interpret it so much? Um, it's definitely time to stop being at war with yourself. Extinguish those old bad flames because you're ready to reassess that future and temper yourself into the shape you want to be because you want to spread those seeds around because you're done reassessing and you want to be that beautiful big picture because you have to take a wandering path for overcoming those fears and getting over it. Maybe you need to stop doing that because your fermentation takes a little bit of time for you to do. You have to allow that time to happen. But every once in a while, it's time to come up for air, grab that breath of fresh air, and take in that breath of life once again and renew that connection, because that's what's going to get you through every single day to be your best day ever. That is your reading for you today, Dominique. Okay, but if you wanted a message from Spirit, I will give you a message from Spirit. So this is strictly from your deity of power. So all I want you to do, Dominique, is just think about a number 1 through 52 that you would like to hear your message from your higher power or your gods. And these won't include the cards you've already had. If you want to do that, I will happily do that for you. I have to remember it's Father's Day too, so I should have changed my stupid thing to go Father's Day tarot reading. I should change it right now. Yeah. It won't let me. 4, thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ah, okay. So you have my glaze card. What does my glaze card mean? It is time for you to put on that protective armor once again, that shield of light you used to carry around with you, that positivity you used to carry around with you, that brilliant, beautiful light that shines from you naturally. It's time to start bringing that forward a little bit more. Think of it like a glaze you put on a pot. Without that glaze, without that protection, it can get chipped, dented, break, a lot of different things. But you spend so much time working on the person that you are that it's time for you to start adding that little extra layer of that protection. You have to glow like the sun itself and glaze down into that valley so you can start seeing where the light points to, and that will lead you to the best, happiest path you can possibly be on. So it's time to start to re-embrace that positive feeling, to glaze like the sun, to add that extra protective barrier around ourselves, just so that we can start living every day. I have a mantra I'd like to say to you, and everybody watching. Every day can be the best day ever if I will it to be so. So today is my best day ever. That's my mantra, and I've said that ever since I've started doing tarot readings, and it has served me well. Now, have I always followed that advice? No, but I said, I get lost in things too, guys. I'm not perfect, but that's what your deity of power is, and they're definitely telling you that it's time to do this. So that is your message from the divine for you today. Now I'm going to cleanse these cards out here. All right, but that was your reading today. No, I'm already streaming, so it won't let me do it. Oh, there's one place I can do it though. Echo. What was he doing now? Oh, duh. That's my brain being Okay, I did that. At least I did it on the one platform I really needed to do it on. So I'd like to first of all say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in the world. We're getting around to our 8 o'clock hour here. We've got 2 more hours to go. I am thinking about doing a subathon for you all too, a tarot reading subathon. Maybe in July we will do a whole 12-hour stream of doing nothing but tarot reading. I'll take some breaks and stuff like that, and I have to take care of myself because I have to make sure I have the right medication. Maybe a little bit of the funky stuff to help me through it. So we might be doing a 12-hour 420 infused tarot reading stream. Now my gifts become a lot more sensitive and bigger because all of my natural shields that I've protected myself kind of drop down a lot, and I get all of the information because I have to filter out what I'm hearing and seeing sometimes because some of it's irrelevant, some of it's just a repeater or stuff like that. So, and while I got you here, guys, I am sponsored by W Energy Drinks. W Energy Drinks are all natural energy drink that you can order today. Better than any of those canned energy drinks. No dyes, no colors, no special sugars or ingredients. Just all natural, 100% energy that you can use. So if you want to find out more about it and get a discount, please enter the code below. I'm not the greatest person to do commercials, but Paranormal Partnership Network is all about paranormal people in the paranormal field sharing their links on YouTube, Facebook, and all other social sites. It's a place where we can get together and share our links happily. Then we have the UP program. The UP program is the Unified Paranormal Program. It's where ghost enthusiasts or paranormal people go to talk about the paranormal, increase their field, make better choices and decisions, talk about the issues of the day, talk about all sorts of things in the paranormal field, everything from Bigfoot to flying saucers to the spooky paranormal ghost in the world. So if you want to find out more about that, please let me know. Hey, if you guys like ghost hunting, you should check out the Global Ghost Hunt coming in October. If you just missed the one here that happened just a month ago, I was a part of the first one, and I can happily say that even though I wasn't a guest on their show, I did a whole week's worth of trying to investigate a haunted glass bowl. Go check that out if you ever want to go see that. But I am sponsored by Blue Sphere Productions. That is my company. That is the company that I started out, and the Parapost Network as well. All right, guys. Now I've got the stupid ads out of the way. I'm trying to get better at streaming, and sometimes my mind skips a little bit sometimes when I'm doing readings. So, all those things that we want to work on. I can't believe I didn't do that. I'm really trying to raise my viewership up because I'm almost to affiliate, but I need people to come view my channel and participate in it because that's the only way I'm ever going to get to affiliate. I'm not getting enough watch hours in a month to get me to affiliate. And I don't mind if you come here and self-promote just a little bit, but if you're going to be interruptive and stuff like that, I don't want you here, But just remember that everybody's turn is their turn, and I will try to get to you as quickly as possible. So if you wanted a reading and I haven't said your name yet, just let me know, okay? Oh, for the love of God, will you please just work? While I'm waiting for that bullshit to load. I gotta get the other thing going. No one's watching me anyway. I kind of feel like somebody's watching me. I mean, $6 for shipping. I mean, really, you put that shit in an envelope. And you stick it in the mail. It's probably because it's priority mail too. But we're gonna do a taste test day where we're gonna taste test one of the drinks every day when we get these. Instead of coffee in the morning, I'll be having my energy drinks. Okay. I really don't know if I need those in there anymore. We can change that for today, just for today, right? Happy Father's Day. Dads get free readings today from So, my friends, I tell you tomorrow, I need a day away from all the things that you will tell us. Now the day has come, the words are gone, the things I do, the things I love, I'm all calling out to you. I hope that you can do. Won't you say to you, I know you're right. I'm good, Mary. Copy. Unknown Prophet. Links to pasty. The Para Post Network. God damn it. Oh, And this to Debbie. Check out all my updates here. You can also watch my tarot reading on YouTube as well. And the Parent Post Network, Blue Sphere Productions, and my I don't even need a thing for that. I just need to have it on the page. All right, no comments yet? Okay. So I didn't take away from you guys. Like I said, today's Father's Day, so I know it's probably going to be slow today. Okay. Are you done messing with it now? Can we go back to trying to do readings for people? So they're making sure it looks good. Mm-hmm. You know what? Not messing with it. So, guys, I am Joshua Bleasy. I do the tarot readings from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. every morning, Central Standard Time. And, I am trying to find the best possible path for you. Why are you posting stuff on my page? Okay, let's get rid of that there. Let's get rid of that there. All right. So here we are, guys. It's time to have a smoke and maybe open the door to get a little bit cooled off here. Since nobody's here, I'm going to go take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back. Let's do this the right way. Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm sorry I had to go take a quick restroom break. That's why I was gone for a little bit. But I'm here to do tarot readings for you. And hey, Retro. Yeah, I wish I could be smoking some right now myself, buddy. But unfortunately, the budget is not allowing for that right now. We're barely paying rent. You know, I'm trying to find help, but not finding anything. So I'm gonna have a regular cigarette here. How are you doing today? If anybody would like a reading, please just post in the comments below. If you're on Twitch, press exclamation point join. You can also do this on all the other ones just to let me know that you guys want a reading here. So I often talk about some things here in life that aren't so nice, not so good. My personal situation right now, just to let you guys know, is that I am 2 months behind on rent. I am trying to save as much money in the bank account as I can, but I've had to spend some money that I didn't want to have to spend, and it's kind of driving me up a wall a little bit because I'm desperately trying to get you know that ordered. Okay, so if you guys want a reading, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to check my mail real quick here. I doubt it. Oh, okay. So all of my mail is checked up here. Let's check back in with you guys. Hey, Witchy Beth, you sure can get a 3-card reading. How many times would you like me to shuffle the deck for you, my love? One, two, three, 4, and 5. Now pick a number 1 through 52, honey. That's my wife, by the way, if anyone wants to know. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the 12th card. So, honey, here's your reading. Your reading today is this. In the past, you've been trying to spread those seeds around, those seeds of hope, to allow people to see the real true you, to grow inside of them, to find that happy spot. You have a lot of wonderful knowledge that you can spend out into this world and start planting little bits of you out there in the world. So it might be time for you to start considering, have you been doing this, or do you need to do this? Because this is something that I feel like it's something that you should work on, about what kind of things you want to add to this world. And that's kind of what I feel there. Then we have the release card, your present, right? It's time for you to release something that you've probably been holding on to for quite a long time. There might be something inside that you might not have told me, or something that you might not have told yourself, even, that you need to release all this pent up energy that's keeping you backward. So all the negative energy or negative thoughts need to go somewhere to release that energy. And you know, you can scream in this house all you want. I don't care. They'll probably think we're making whoopee. Anyway, but the future card is telling you to listen to that ancient knowledge that you have inside. You remember your full name is Whales Joy Ancient Moon. Okay, so it's time to start listening to that ancient part, because that knowledge that you have carried with you from the last lives you've been on, the way you see things, the way you do things. It's time for you to find that inner voice inside of your head saying, here's what we want you to do, pay attention. So, Tarot Destroyer, thank you very much for coming here today and promoting yourself. That will be your only promotion for today. Thank you very much. Otherwise, have a great day. If you do any more, I will block you. But okay, getting back to you, honey. So, contemplate, right? The contemplate card is telling you that this destiny card is telling you that surrounding you is all about those pretty little choices that you have right in front of you. You have a lot of beautiful things in front of you that you could be doing, but you're not grabbing into that jar and picking a dream or goal and starting to run with it. So maybe it's time to start thinking about the other things that you can start to do that are going to make you feel more fulfilled and happy. That's your reading here, sweetie. You're welcome, baby. I know what you've been working on, and I know what you've been trying to accomplish here. I think maybe it's telling you that there are other goals that you can start working on now that things are getting a little bit easier for you to do. And it's time to step up or do something about that. Uh-oh, we have a jumper. The glow card. So it's time to start glowing like the beautiful, bright, shiny thing that you want to have happen in your life. It's time to start glowing like you have that mother's glow, like you have that inner power, that brilliant, bright light of yours. It's finally starting to shine. So let it shine, because the people who get blinded by your light are the people you don't need in your life anymore. The people who can accept that light and see the positive journey that you need, those are the people you want to carry with you. So that came straight from the gods there, honey. Now we're going to do a cleansing shuffle for anybody else who would like a reading. I knew it was going to be slow today because it's Father's Day, first of all. That's just how it happens sometimes. No, unless you're a dad whose sons aren't talking to them. Thank you for stopping by, Tarot Destroyer. Sure can, sweetie. Just remember to glow on the inside, too. Don't drink the paint. Can I help paint you? Uh, that's why I love this woman. She is the one true love of my life, the one person in my life who, besides my mother, father, and brother, who knows me very well. She's been living with me for 18 years. My mom did it for 64 years, I think. She finally tapped out and went back to heaven. So, and I love her very much, and I miss her very much. But I'm glad I still have my father with me today. I will be calling him a little bit later to say Happy Father's Day, but right now I don't. What's this now? Oh, you have a nice little. Uh oh. The devil is loose. Run! My little kitty. He's not a devil. He's an angel. I know I married the right woman, but sometimes even I shake my head at some of the things she says. She probably does the same thing. I mean, after 17 years together, 18 married, and 17 together, no, 17 together, 18 married. Whatever it is, I'm just happy I get to be with her. Hey, yeah, bisexual love there. Remember, it's Pride Month too, guys. Happy Pride Month to all those who celebrate. Like me and my wife, we're both bisexual people, and we married each other. So that goes to show you that sometimes it works out the way it's supposed to, but or not supposed to. Hey, we found each other, and that was all that mattered. You know, it's been a very magical experience with my wife. From 8 years old to the time I met her, I was searching for someone just like her. And I can't believe it took me that long to find her. And we've gone through some bad relationships, some relationships that I thought could work out but didn't work out. People who just dropped me like a stone after so much whatever stuff that happened there. I've had good friends of mine leave me because of my anxieties and my depression sometimes. I'm not the perfect person in the world. I make mistakes just like everybody else. I do. I bleed just like this. Everybody else bleeds. That's why we're very inclusive here. You know, we want to make sure that everyone has a voice. We don't mind self promoting yourself at least once on my channel, and then at least once a day. Okay, if you're gonna come in here every day and promote yourself, you will get blocked because I think I finally get what saw another streamer was trying to tell me. You know, I don't mind that you promote yourself first and foremost, as long as you're not interrupting my readings. So I don't really care. So far, I've only had 2 readings on Father's Day, and it's been like an hour and a half. So, blessed be my wife. Blessed be. I need more space for my mousey. So, oh, fine. Although sometimes this is about the time I start getting busy, but it's this Sunday, it's Father's Day, and I'm not a father myself, honestly. I have spirit children, but I've never been a physical dad. Me and my wife kind of have these spirit children from her past that didn't make it into this world. We both feel that those spirits running around in our house all of the time. And they're one of the most precious things. But the closest I've ever been to being a dad is being a cat dad. I once upon a time I did try to help inseminate somebody, but because of my own ED issues and things that happened to me in my past, we couldn't get that done in a clinical way, and we didn't want to try the natural way. So, you know, but that was the closest I ever came to being a dad. I always wanted to be a dad, but I think the universe said you don't need that in your life right now. And I try to be a father figure to anybody who needs it. I know I'm only 48 years old and I might not seem like I have a lot of experience, but I've been through the shitstorm of life and I've learned how to overcome every adversity in my life. I had to learn how to do that because if I didn't, it was going to be something that just wasn't worthy of me or anything else. Oh, that's my hand. Okay, so that works. And all of the love that we have in this world for humanity or people, I don't want to lose that, because sometimes it gets very disheartening when the people you love don't love you back in return the same way. So, I don't know what to talk about sometimes, guys. ah, you know, we can get the music going. We can go boom, 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 all you want. So, it's kind of like free for all day here. Happy Father's Day to all my fathers out there. You're such a beautiful memory. So, happy Father's Day one more time to everybody out there. I really appreciate you being here today. Thank you. What are you trying to say there, Beth? Oh, THHBBBBBBTD. What was that supposed to be about? Oh, okay. I got it. You're so funny, haha. My wife is teasing me from the bedroom. I'll tell you this. The best possible thing that ever happened to me was her. I searched for her my whole life. Like I said, I followed a silly dream that I had when I was 8 years old, trying to find true love. And I never thought I would actually obtain that until I met her. And the story is kind of quirky, kind of funny, kind of, better, but we both felt like we found ourselves in that one true love aspect of life. Hey, Karma, thank you for coming in and saying Happy Father's Day. I truly do appreciate it. Do you need a reading today, sweetie? Or if you're just stopping by to say Happy Father's Day, I truly do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Happy Father's Day. There we go. A little bit of love for Miss Karma. She has a YouTube channel, I believe. I have to go check her out one of these days. Hey, Karma, what do you normally like to stream, or what do you do up? Oh, you want a general reading? Sure. Okay. Okay, Karma, here we go. So this one's for you. The cards are already pre-shuffled, ready to go. So pick a number 1 through 10. What number do you want me to shuffle the deck today? You're very welcome. 1, 2, we have jumpers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put the jumpers over here for right now. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck. Once again, a number between 1 and 52. Pick a number. That's where your answer is. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't give you enough time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And the 37th card is now on top. Let's see what your answers are for you today. Okay. So, here's your reading for today. One second. So, in the past, you've had to overcome some fears in your life. It's definitely time for you to get past all those fears that you have had happen to you in the past and overcome some of those things you are afraid of. Because this is what's going to help you move as forward in life as you can. The leap of faith card is all about taking that one leap of faith we know we want to take. We look down and we see what we're jumping into. We're just not sure how we're going to land. And this card is telling you you're landing back in your past again just to overcome and become a little bit more wiser with it. So don't be stuck in fear. Don't let your past define everything about who you are. Remember that is something that you need to go do going forward. So overcome those fears. But you're still hanging on to some angry. Maybe you're angry about you're not doing some self improvement. Maybe you're angry about somebody else in your life. Maybe there's some bent up anger that's holding up inside of yourself, but it's definitely time to get out that mythical plate. And if you want to do this at home, you're more than welcome to get an old plate you hate. Okay. And I want you to write on it however many things you're angry about, and then go outside, wear those safety glasses, make sure you're not going to hurt anybody, and smash it to smithereens. Okay. Because I feel like you need to get this bent up emotion out of you. There's something going on that maybe you've been holding on to a little bit longer. So maybe you have to forgive yourself or forgive that person to move forward. Let it all out, then forgive it. Then what's coming for you in your future? Your future is telling you that you are the person going up this hill, but you don't have to be the one pushing up all this baggage that came from the past. So all this is all baggage that you don't want in your life anymore, or things that are going to keep you from your dreams and goals and stuff like that. Stop pushing up the dumb rock, up the dumb hill. Step to the left or step to the right and let it fall down behind you in that nice ravine so you can walk up the hill all the way to see what your dreams and goals actually made it out to be. So it's definitely time for you to start doing a little bit of searching within your life, of maybe getting out of your own way a tiny bit, and say that. But your destiny card is telling you it's time to put on those protective barriers once again. Your destiny card kind of ties everything together here. So it's time for you to put on that personal coat of armor that shields you from this world. Think of it like the world is its world. The sky is the sky, but the sleet comes and goes when it comes and goes. So you are the one who's in control of your own sky. Remember that you don't have to be affected by all these little pellets, things that are trying to hurt you in your life. Well, put on that protective armor, that glow of positivity, that glow of whatever, to protect you from the weather that is outside. Now, we all know that weather can change light or left at any moment, especially when you're in a state that has a lot of weather conditions. But let's see what your destiny card, your spirit guides want you to tell you something, or your gods or your angels, they want to say something to you. So we're going to get rid of this here. That's the major reading. Here we're going to get to these pop-out cards. So this is a special message from your deity of power. Take it however you want, but it's time to stop waiting around for the answers to come to you. We have to start making a choice. We have to use our logical mind and our emotional mind, but we have to get off of our butts and do it, because there are a lot of pretty choices in front of you. Yes, there are a lot of things you could be doing. Yes, and this seems overwhelming. Well, until you pick one and start running with it the best that you can. you're never going to accomplish those goals and dreams. So stop being stuck in one spot waiting for the answers to come to you. It's time to go find your answers. Grab into that jar and stop contemplating the choices and decisions you're making. Just make one. Just go in there, grab your pebble, and now you will have something to help you with. So whatever message you think that means for you, that's a message from your higher power or your deity or angels or guides. That's your reading, sweetie. Last minute intuition thoughts. I think more than often than not, you're more hard on yourself than you are hard on others, and it's time to do a big I forgive myself kind of moment for you. I could walk you through something that I think would help you, but I think maybe we should try the angry plate first. But if you want to try this, I will tell you something else here. Here's something else I think you would be good for you to try. Okay, and I have to be careful because I can't violate ethics that I've promised not to say. So I want you to go and take a nice cleansing shower. Do everything that you can to make yourself clean and pure as possible, right? Then go find like a long towel that you can put over yourself. And what I want you to do is I want you to go take a bath first with the scented candles, everything, just something that's going to get you in the mood. Close the door, lock the door, turn off the phone, turn off and put your pewter music on. I want you to soak and get yourself all nice and cleansed through this bath or shower. And then I want you to put on clothes that are comfortable to wear, very comfortable to wear. They can be any color you want. White is a great color to go with for this thing you can do. And then I want you to do this. I want you to say to yourself, the old me is dying right now, and I'm going to cover it up with that dirt. And that blanket is that dirt you're covering yourself up with. And I want you to let that old person that you don't want to be anymore die. And then when you feel the positivity start to build within yourself and you start to feel that glow, start thinking about everything that you want to become, everything that you really want in your life. Not, or I shouldn't say want, I should say need in your life. Wants are going to come whenever they can come. You get those when you have the right kind of money or the right kind of situation. But it's time for you to start doing something like this. You're basically holding a funeral for yourself. So you're going to bury first. You got to take that nice cleansing shower, get on that ground, start pouring all of that stuff that is into that ground, that negative feeling. I want you to get rid of all of it. Break it down to the very basic essentials of who you are. Then when you feel you've done that, I want you to put that blanket up over you and cover yourself with that dirt. And I want you to contemplate that loss. I actually want you to grieve this loss. And then after you're done with that, I want you to find those happy, positive memories because we're going to go through the rebirth. So you're going to start that ground again. You're going to start pulling up all those positive emotions and feelings from the earth. It took all the negative away. It's going to give you all the positive in return. So then you start building up that inside of yourself until you feel like you are so strong. Once you feel like you have the strength to get out of that dirt, dig yourself out of that grave, come up and become alive again. You are now reborn as a person. It's kind of like a baptismal ritual of sorts, only you're using a towel and not using actual regular dirt. So, whatever way you want to do that, do it with your deity of power. Ask them to help you with this. That way you can become the person you need to be, not necessarily what you want to be, but want can come later. Let's work on the need first. That's your reading there, sweetie. Appreciate you stopping by this Father's Day. I hope and pray that your father is doing well, and I hope that he is, wherever he is, he's doing awesome. I don't want to assume your father's gone or not, but so I'm just doing my cleansing shuffle, guys. It was the universe trying to tell me no. Celebrate my mom. Okay, it's Father's Day, and my cards are telling me to celebrate my mom. Mom, I love you. She's probably telling me, this is probably my mom saying hi. Today, I need to celebrate. My mom is giving me the message to do that. Yes, dear. My lovely mom, I love you so much. I will definitely take some time to celebrate today and definitely take some time to really appreciate, because we're going to call Dad later. Me and Beth, we're going to call Dad and we're going to give him a ton of shit and make lots and lots of funny jokes and tell him how much we love him. So, like I said, I wish him the best. I don't want to assume things. I use my intuition, but it's kind of like sometimes it's when I'm not doing a reading, I get these other messages from things from my guides, basically telling me that. You as well, my friend. Serenity, welcome in. You're actually the only one in the queue right now, so we'll get you a reading. Oops. I'll correct it in a second, guys. There we go. That. What the hell? Come on now. Nope, that was from yesterday. That was from yesterday. All right, there we go. Now we're up to your thingy. All right, so what kind of a read do you want? Do you want a general 3-card reading, or do you want a journey layout? What's your pleasure today? Serenity of Wind. Makes me think of my friend Gail. Well, I haven't talked to forever, but I did something kind of bad in her life, and I think about yesterday. Okay. Do you want a simple answer, or do you want more complicated? You want to know about what happened yesterday? I want to understand your question so I can focus on that. So, complicated. You got it. All right, so we're gonna do the 5 paths tarot then. What I need from you is to tell me how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10, sweetie. Oh, and let me put my thing back up here really quick here. Okay, here we go. Oh, 10, 1 through 10, Serenity. 1, 2, 3. Oh fuck. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Now, this is a lot to fall out during a reading, okay? This is a lot. Look at how much this is, okay? Now, I want to give you a choice. Do you want to use the card that popped out for you first in the positions, or do you want me to go with the number that you would pick 1 through 52? I want to give you a choice here. Do you want the ones I'm holding in my hand, or do you want the ones on my desk? And then you have to tell me a number 1 through 52 if you want these. Otherwise, I'll use whatever popped out on you. Pop-out cards usually mean your deity power is trying to speak to you. So that's what I want to tell you about these cards. The pop-up cards. Okay, let's just do that. So because I want to keep a little bit of let's see how many cards we got. We're just going to deal them out like we'd normally deal until they become here. So and then we have 2 more. All right. And then we have these two extra cards, which are another message for you. So, okay, so these are the cards that popped up for you there. Hon, give me a second. I'm trying to fix it. So that's. I used to have tape on my desk that told me where to do the reading is at, but that kind of sucked monkey ass. So we're gonna get to these other two here in a little bit. Here, let's work on what I divined for you. Okay. So in the past, you have been working on tending to the fire that you have right in front of you. You are trying to work on yourself and work on your life a little bit more. Right now, what's going on in your life is that you have to pay closer attention to what you're doing for yourself and what you're doing in your own life. Because if you don't tend to yourself, that fire can go out of control and ruin your day, ruin your life, ruin your everything. You have to keep control of that fire by constantly moving around and tending to that. So it's time to maybe give yourself a little bit of a break from thinking about the past for a change, start tending to your future needs, and start doing something that is going to move you positively into the future. So basically, it's saying move on from your future so you can move on to that past. Then we have your weight card, right? Your weight card is all about those choices and decisions that we need to make within our lives. Well, it's telling you to find that positivity. The Basque card is telling you it's time for you to find the light. You have to follow the light like a sunflower follows right the whole day long. You have to find a way to build that energy within yourself. You're surrounded by friends. You're surrounded by people who keep you positively motivated. Take that energy as much as they're willing to give it and use it to be that bright light that you are following around every single day with that positive attitude and the positive motion. Then we have choices to make here. We can either go down. I'm going to do this real quick here. It's just a little bit of a. Do you want to go down your unseen path, your hard path, or your easy path? Unseen path. So it's definitely time for you to start putting yourself up in that future. Remember these Basque cards that I was telling you? That's you building the heat in your forge. Now, what are you going to do with that heat? It's asking you, what are you going to start to forge yourself into becoming? Because we're adding this metal to the fire. We're adding this part of ourselves that we need to shape and mold ourselves. So you're getting it red hot so that you can start to temper the metal into the shape you want it to be. So it means you're building up that energy so that you can spend it out into this universe. How you want to spend it out is up to you, but maybe you can spend that energy more on forging a better, more stable ground for yourself. What are you creating that is going to help you live the best life ever, live the best day ever? Would you like to go down your hard or your easy next? Okay. So your hard card. Okay, and I heard one of my guides say this is the message she needs to hear the most. You have to be the one to put the logs on the fire. I can't stress this enough. The hard path is all about overcoming that adversity, getting to your goal as quickly as possible. But if you aren't giving yourself the fuel to do that, if you aren't giving yourself enough time to acquire that moment, that heat that you're going to use, you have to decide what kind of logs you're going to add onto your fire. Now, are you adding positive logs onto your fire? Or are you adding those negative logs onto the fire? You have to be the one who's truly choosing to hear it is time for you to start adding things that will help you in your life. That's what a log adding onto the fire. That's what we mean by stoking that fire. So we can get that fire red hot. You have a lot of fire in here in your reading today. And so far we've had 4 summer cards, or fire cards as I like to call them. And it's just showing you that positivity definitely needs to be a forefront in your life. So now we go to the easy path, okay? And the easy path is all about you doing one thing. It's time to re-embrace yourself. It's time to say, I need a serenity of wind day. I need to embrace myself and love myself. I need to give myself the love and respect that I am not getting from others right now. So it's all about you re-embracing yourself and loving yourself for who you are, the true you, the person who's you showing the world every single day. So then it is time for you to start working on that, because I feel like one of the things you do is you're so hard on yourself. You don't give yourself enough time to heal from the hurt that you've caused yourself. And then when you're done with that pain, you don't do anything with it. You either let it simmer and get into that thing, but it's time for you to stop being at war with everything in the world right now and just embrace life, embrace yourself, embrace the beauty of who you are. It may be time to go have a spa day, though. And then we get to your um, home card or your leap of faith card. So do you want your home card or your leap card next? Home. So your home card. The enjoy card is popping up in your life because it is time for you to find the joy in your life again. You've been through the shitstorm. You've been through the hardest parts of your life. It's now time to turn that attitude around and find your happy. What do you truly need to be happy? What does that mean to you? What does feeling fulfilled mean to you? What does all of that stuff? I know those are big life questions, but you know what? All you had to do was sit there and enjoy the moment, enjoy the journey that you are taking. Find that joy every single day to wake up and be renewed and reborn every single day, because every day we go to sleep, we move the clock forward a little bit, you know? Excuse me. So it's definitely time for you to bring that happy back into your life. So whatever you're doing right now, it seems like that's not working out for you. I think you have to kind of do a 180, switch your whole attitude around, whatever you've been doing all this time. If it's bothering you and getting you upset and making you do, maybe it's time to make a more positive change. Then your leap of faith card, right? Your leap of faith is telling you it's time to overcome the fears of change, because a resilient flower like a dandelion can pick a spot in the dirt and grow anywhere. This is what you're afraid of, that you will pick the wrong spot and you will grow in the wrong place. That's not possible. Once you're put into that spot and you're growing and you come out of those cracks, you come out of those things that are trying to hold you back, because this is the flower that grew out of the cracks and is the beautiful, true you that you're ready to start presenting to the world. And you're afraid people won't like that, because some people consider this a dandelion a flower. Some people consider a dandelion a weed. I think it's an nutritious little thing you can have in either wine, or you can have in a salad or something like that. You know, it gives you a little bit more of that different taste in your mouth, you know. Juneteenth is tomorrow too. Hoo-hoo. We'll have to do a Juneteenth tarot reading. But it's definitely time for you to realize you are a beautiful flower. Don't be afraid of showing yourself off to the world, because eventually you will go to seed and spread your happy out to others. Now we're going to get to your wandering path card. Okay. And your wandering path card is telling you this. All right. Now, this is my brother's card. My brother did something very wrong in the past. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but it was criminally related. But that's not the point of this card. He did something he regretted. He went and paid the price for that, but then he turned his life around to be better. He completely changed everything about himself, because he was, hello, Jing, welcome on in. I'll be with you in a little bit, just finishing up this reading here for Serenity. So it's definitely time for you to get past all of those past mistakes that you have been making in your life. That maybe it's time to start saying to yourself, this is not what I need to be doing with my life. Whether you think you've done something wrong or you've actually done something wrong, can you go back in time and change it? I don't see a time machine in front of me. I don't see a time machine in front of you. So I really doubt you're going to be able to go back and change it. But you had to go through that experience in order to really realize what freedom meant to you, because this card is all about embracing that rain and air again hitting your face after being trapped for a long time. So it's re-embracing that freshness of the world again, appreciating the rain that falls down on your head and the wind that blows in your face, and that's why he called himself Rain Air, because he turned himself around to become that beautiful bright light instead of that negative light. So maybe there's a brother figure in your life that could help you with your journey and maybe tell you something about the path you're on. Maybe you need to seek a little bit of advice from a brother figure today. But and we'll get to your other two pop-up cards in just a second here. But when I look at your whole reading and I ask myself, what could this possibly mean, right? You're tending back to yourself. It's time to get back to working on yourself again. Bask in that light. Bask in that positivity. Get so much positivity around you that you stoke that fire, because you want to forge yourself into the thing you want to be, because you want to enjoy your life and re-embrace it once again, because you are that beautiful flower who wants to re-embrace that rain and air in their lives once more. Now, we'll get to your other two pop-up cards, okay? And these two cards really work well together. Just want to move these out of the way. So these are the last two cards that popped out, okay? You had enough pop-out cards to actually do a full reading. So I want you to take this as another special message from your higher power, okay? I know the whole reading was that, but maybe these guys are your guides talking. These guys are your deity of powers talking, okay? So just so we get an understand. And then Jing, you're next, okay? So please stay in the chat. But it's definitely time for you to unlock that gilded cage you put yourself in. I know it feels comfortable and safe there. I know it feels like you will be protected there. You can't live in that future forever. I mean, you have to unlock that door and walk outside and really look back that cage wasn't so beautiful after all. It was actually a very ugly cage, but you just thought it was beautiful because you only saw the inside of it, not the outside of it. So it's time for you to unlock that cage, walk out that door, turn around, close the door, lock it once again, throw that key in the center so you can't get back there. Because the ancient knowledge that you have gained through doing this, your guides are basically screaming at you to say, hey, pay attention here. You need to re-embrace that freedom, the freedom of choice, the freedom to choose to do something different than you have been doing all this time. You realize you were playing the greatest choose your own adventure game you ever play. It's called life, and you get to choose which adventure you go on today. Every day you wake up can be the best day ever. You just have to see it that way, because your ancient knowledge is coming up within yourself. Your guides are trying to tell you, hey, pay attention. And what I'm seeing for you is they like to give you this little tingle in your ear. It kind of sounds like Tinkerbell giggling almost, okay? And that's kind of your sign from your guide saying, hey, pay attention. There's something around here that may help you. Now, whether you pay attention to that or not, it's up to you. But that is your reading today, Serenity. Wow, that's the first time I've ever had that happen. So, that was your reading for today. All right, last minute intuitional thoughts, and then I'm going to start shuffling the deck to cleanse it off for Jing here. You're very welcome. I hope that helps you today, Serenity. I really, truly do. All right, I've cleansed off that energy here. I'm going to grab a smoke real quick. Okay, Jing, what kind of reading do you want today? You're next, my friend. I got to do that real quick here. I really hate that it's doing that to me. Jesus, will you stop doing that? No, not that one. This one. There you go. So, Jing, it's your turn. And happy Father's Day if you're a father today. And if you're not a father, that's okay too. So, Jing, I'm ready for you here. Just let me know what kind of a reading you would like today, and we'll get you that reading today. Starting to get busier. It's almost, yeah, it's the 9 o'clock hour. That's why it's busier today. So, Jing, calling you up. Are you still here, Jing? All right. And thank you for all the recent follows. I try to keep up with them. So thank you for the follows. I really do appreciate that. Like I like to say, if you follow me, I follow you. Okay, I'm good. I've got a long list. Oh. No, let's go back to what it was. Activity feed. There we go. All right. Jing, my buddy, my friend, my pal. Dude, it's your turn. Calling you once. If anyone else would like a reading, I will have open availability after Jing gets his 3 strikes. Jing, calling you to the stage a second time. Jing, one last time for you. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I have an open queue, guys. So anybody who would like a reading, please just let me know in chat by pressing ! join. You will get on my list. I have nobody on my list right now, so it's a free for all for anybody who wants theirs first. And happy Father's Day to all those who celebrate out there. I truly do appreciate you all. Thank you to all of those fathers out there who had to raise their kids by themselves. All those fathers who came back and decided to be a part of people's lives again. Those fathers decided to be within their whole entire journey. I want to thank all the fathers out there for all that they do in our lives. Now, maybe you don't have a father in your life and your mom does most of the work, right? So don't forget to appreciate her today, even though it's Father's Day. If someone is doing the hard job of raising you by themselves, and they have to do that because of whatever happened in your family, it's definitely one of those things in life that we have to worry about. That, wow, a lot of people dropped off. So I just want to say happy Father's Day one last time. You're awesome and brilliant. It's like, wait a minute, what happened to all the people? Did they all just switch me off at the same time? Damn. That's wrong. That's really wrong. This is your moment to silly. 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 Silly, 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 silly. All right, it's your turn, Tobe. Welcome on in. How are you doing today, my friend? What kind of a reading would you like today? Would you like a standard 3-card reading, or do you want one that's more complicated on my journey layout? I'm glad to hear you're doing good. What kind of a reading would you like today, my friend? If you want just a general 3-card reading, we can get you that. Okay, 3-card, good. So what I need you to do is pick a number 1 through 10 of how many times I'm going to shuffle the deck for you, okay? One time. 1. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck. Okay, 1. And the second card is where your reading is. That's the card. Goes to the bottom there. Okay, here is your reading for today. So, this is your past, your contemplate card. This is your present. This is your future, okay? This is your destiny card. So, contemplate. In the past, you've been contemplating a lot of really good choices and decisions in your life. There are a lot of opportunities out there for you right now. All you have to do is reach into that jar and grab one of those dreams. There's something from your past that could be beneficial to you that maybe you haven't considered in a long time. Sometimes we have to reach back into our past and go, what did I want to do when I grew up? What did I want to do when I was a kid? Or what thing to do I really want to do with my life? But you're so caught up in the so many choices out there that you're getting confused on which one to choose. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Every choice you make leads you to a better understanding. So if you do something good that turns out great, good. You learned something good today. But if something happens to where it doesn't work out or doesn't work out the way you wanted it to, that's just a lesson to learn so that you know that's not a choice you would like to make again. So it's basically yes or no questions there. So your present card, right? Your present card is telling you that you are waiting around for the answers, but you can't do this forever. You have to get up off of your butt and start to walk either a path that is hard, easy, or unseen. Yes, you can go back into the past if you want to, but that's going to only move you backwards. It's not going to move you forward. We learned from the lessons from our past. Now we have to bring those on to the future. So now is your time to stop waiting around for the answers. You're starting to work on all of those things that kind of go along with you in your life. So whatever choice and decision you need to make, use your logical mind and use your emotional mind. Asta Astatha, you can be next on my list, but stay in chat. Otherwise, I will skip you if I call you out more than 3 times and I'm in the middle of a reading. So please be patient, okay? I had to write down your name. So, your future, though. Your future is telling you it's time to extinguish those old bad patterns in your life that you no longer need anymore. You have to start putting out the fires that you have set throughout your whole life. Yes, I had goals and dreams once upon a time, but I kind of let them to the wayside. But I still think about them from every once in a while, thinking if I should go do something about them. They're not serving you any true purpose anymore. They're not something that would really move your life forward. So you have to put out all those old fires and extinguish those old flames so they don't come back to haunt you someday. So it's time for you to start concentrating on the one fire that's right in front of you and have that extinguisher ready if you should need it if it goes out of control. That's how you're going to live a better future. So tell me that you're going to be extinguishing the old bad patterns to embrace the new positive pattern that you want to start to embrace your life. Because your destiny is telling you this is a path that has no direction. A wandering path has no direction, has no time limit, has no real destination to get to. Excuse me. You can burp that 1 through 10. I doubt I'm going to get a high score. Oh, but it's definitely time for you to either consider that maybe this is the path you've been on a little bit too long, or this is the path you need to choose. Maybe you need one that's kind of more wandering, that doesn't have a direction. I'm just going to live life the way I'm going to give that life back to myself. So that is your reading, Told. Do you have any other questions for me? Let me do my last minute intuitional thoughts while I get this ready here to start shuffling my cleansing shuffle. So my last minute intuitional thoughts for you, Tob, is this: that it's definitely time to re-empower yourself, to not let your past define who you are. You have to be able to move forward and start working on that which you have done in your life. So my last minute intuitional thoughts are basically telling me, keep going, keep being positive, keep being everything that you want to be. It's going to work out. You just have to pay a little bit more closer attention to everything going on with you on the inside. The more you feel good about who you are, the more you will feel good about the world. That is your reading. I really appreciate you stopping by. So we have that one. Yep. And here we go. Anasta as thaw. Astha, you are up. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Are you still here? Asta. It's your turn, young lady. Or man. I don't know how that name works in that with that culture. So whatever sex you are, I don't care. It's your turn for a reading. What kind of a reading would you like today? Past, present, future reading, 3 cards, or do you want a complicated reading? And now I'm going to do my cleansing shuffle so that I can start getting the cards ready for you. Okay, they're ready. So pick a number 1 through 10 of how many times you want me to shuffle the deck. If you don't tell me an answer, I just do a general 3-card reading. So unless you ask for the journey layout, I don't do the journey layout. But it is one of those things that I do for people who need it. So I need you to pick a number 1 through 10. That's how many times I'm going to shuffle the deck for you. And I think there's a delay here, so I'm going to give you a little bit more time than I would normally. So whenever you're ready, you let me know. I'm ready to shuffle. Ready to shuffle. You know, I'd like to take this time to tell you a little bit more about something that I really want to share with you guys, and it's a little bit of a commercial, so forgive me for this. Till Asta decides to give me her answer. I'm proudly sponsored by W Energy Drinks. You can enter this code right now to get 10% off of your first order. I haven't tried these products yet. I'm getting them sent in the mail. They are my new sponsor. And I'm also sponsored by the Paranormal Partnership Network. That's a place where paranormal ghost hunters or paranormal in the paranormal field can share their links freely with everybody else out there on the line. Then we have the UP program. It is a place where paranormal people come together to be a part of a unified paranormal program. No ego, no stress, no anxieties. We only think about the positive here. If you are interested in the paranormal field and want to join a group of ghost hunters, you can do that on their private Discord channel. And don't forget, there's a global ghost hunt coming up in. You'll have to be after Asma because she came in before you said there, Jing. So um, I called your name out 3 times. So I'll put you back on the list here. But the global ghost hunt is coming in October. Okay, that's enough of that stuff. All right. Back to doing readings for people. Okay, so 3 card reading for you. How many times would you like me to shuffle the deck? Asta. It's okay. I was just letting you know. And she has a little bit of connection issues, so it takes her a little bit of time for her to respond. So please be patient, Jane. I will get you. You know I will. Asta, let's work with me as much as you can, okay? I know I'm going to try, maybe if I pull up YouTube real quick and see if you're typing faster there. So let's see if it's popping up a little bit easier here. So, as I wish, sir. So you want me to pick a number for you? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you want to pick your number 1 through 52? Because that's where your answer is in my deck. You say as you wish again, I'll pick a number. The more interactive you are with your reading, the more you will learn about your reading. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and the 17th card is up on top. General reading for. Can you say that? Can you spell that phonetically? Like how it would be pronounced as Astha? Because I'm really having a hard time saying that. Or give me a name that maybe I can say what. But if you don't mind me calling it Asta, then that's cool. But now we've got your reading to get to. So, okay. 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 So here's your reading for today there. Okay. So this is your past, this is your present, this is your future, this is your destiny card. So in the past, what you've been doing is you've kind of been at war with yourself. You've kind of been battling 2 different personas within yourself, and you're trying to decide which one is gonna win. We battle with ourselves all the time. We go through these choices of good, bad, uglies, in between, the grays that happen in life that are a little bit good, a little bit bad. You know, it's all about that in struggle within yourself. But it's time to put down the swords and stop battling your opponent inside. It's time to hug your opponent and work together as a team. So there's something that you've been battling against from your past. You have to get past that. You have to be able to put down that sword or forgive or forget or move on. Then you have to move on with all of the strength you have because you're hugging your opponent and saying, I no longer want to fight with you. Let's work together so we can make a better unified us. You know, and I know there we all have this mind that we present to the world, like I do here. I'm the unknown prophet. I am also Joshua. I have 2 different personas that work together in tandem. So, and that's a choice that I made because I have a what I call a magical self that I put up there. So, the unknown prophet is my magical self. Joshua is my mundane self. So, what's going on in the present though? You are definitely trying to pick out the right ingredients to add to the stew of life. So, are you the one in the pot being cooked or are you the one cooking? because I feel like right now you're letting the world kind of cook you. You're letting the whole world kind of come around you and start to say to you, hey, we want to add things into your stew because we know better. We know best. We want to be good. They're trying to be as helpful as possible, but they keep ruining the stew. You have to dump out all that old bad advice, dump out that bad old stew, and start anew and start to consider the ingredients you want to put back into yourself. And this time, don't be the one in the pot, be the one outside of the pot, adding the ingredients to that stew. Because once you get that going, you add your self confidence, you add your positivity, you add that determination, that strength, that brilliant, beautiful, happy spirit you have. Those are all ingredients that can go back into the stew of you. And when it is ready to be done and ready to be cooked, can you imagine the flavors of taste that you will have in your life when you're able to enjoy that? So it's time for you to start preparing yourself to be moving in a different direction. Your future, however, is saying, hey, you've got my stoke card. My stoke card means that you have to add those extra logs onto that fire to get that fire red hot. Remember, you're using a big kettle here, and it is like the cauldron of life that you are standing in front of. And as you're doing this, the fire underneath of it is only about an inch or two off of the ground, and you have to keep adding those logs onto the fire to keep the fire going, right? Now, what kind of logs are you adding on to your life? These are the extra things that you might want to bring into your life to add to your positivity. Do I need to be around a group of people who makes me feel more positive? That's a log on the fire. Do I need to be a part of something I've been dreaming of doing for a long time, but have been afraid of doing it? That's a log. Whatever situation you want to add on to that fire in your future is going to be you adding those extra beneficial things that you need. So as you were done preparing, now you are going to start to enjoy some of that, because you're going to stoke that fire so it can get red hot and cook to perfection. Now, your destiny card is telling you one thing here. You got the easy path. Now, the easy path is all about taking one step at a time, making your goals little by little. You don't get to your major goal very quickly, but you do eventually get there. Now, are you making small, obtainable goals? Are you celebrating when you make those goals? Are you taking a rest after those goals? Are you going back and taking another goal until you get to that big ass goal that you've been working on your whole life? If you break it down into smaller steps, it won't be such a hard journey for you to go on. So maybe it's time for you to consider stop going on the hard path. Maybe it's time to take an easier path for a change, one that doesn't involve trying to get your goal as quickly as possible, or one that doesn't involve you not knowing what you're seeing in front of you. And that is your reading for today, Asta. All right, Jean, you're up. Again. So that was your reading for today. See, last minute intuitional thoughts. I think there's a lot you haven't dealt with in your past, honestly. Okay, give me a second to divine that for you, okay? Pick a number, 1 through 52. My cards are telling them that the number you pick will be your answer. Okay, give me a second to count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. Okay. Kind of what I was going to tell you already, but I like that this popped out. Okay, you have my fanning card. Okay, my fanning card means this. You have to be the one in control of this situation. So put yourself out there. Are you putting your best face forward, not the fake mask you've been wearing? Let's get back to the real us, okay? Let's get back to how I really want to present myself to the world. Am I dressing up nice? Am I getting my flirt game on? Am I, trying to do that? Because your partner will come find you when you feel the best about yourself. Take it from someone who knows. Okay? And just that. And Jing, I will get to you in just a second. I'm just finishing up my last minute intuitional thoughts for her. So this is definitely going to be a year of choices for you. And I think it's going to be all about what you choose to do in your future and what you choose to do with your life. So embrace that change because you never know where it will come in handy. I got to find a way to heat this up again. Okay, we're going to let that maybe heat up a little bit but you have to be the one in control of the ebbs and flows of your life. So, like a fan, when you are using a fan, think of it like the person you want to meet, your partner in July, right? First, put the positive message out there that's gonna happen. Put that intent out there because the universe gives you what you ask for. Okay, if you ask for money, okay, you keep asking for money, but you keep finding dimes, nickels, and pennies everywhere. You gave you money. You didn't specify how much. You just said, give me money, right? So the universe will give you exactly what you ask for and will give you back what you think it thinks you need because it's not going to give you your wants. It's only there to help you fulfill your needs. So you have to be the one who's in control of the fan because you're trying to start that fire within yourself once again and get yourself all ready for that new thing. So get your flirt game on, get your body presentable to whatever standards that they meet for yourself. Oh, Jesus, burping a lot today. But you have to be like the fan who's taking that fire. And are you trying to start? You're trying to start this fire right now to get that partner that you will meet in your life, right? So, are you going to be the nice, like, happy fan who's going to go nice and easy trying to find this because you're saying you want to find it by July 7th? That's really quick. So, are you putting out everything you need to do to get that result that you want, or are you need to go faster to make sure that fire catches once again? Okay, so kind of think about that, Jing. Sorry about that. I wanted to finish up my last minute intuitional thoughts with her. So, Jing, let's go. I'm going to do a cleansing shuffle for you. Hopefully that will. I think you are going to meet the person you want to meet there. I feel like what you need to do more than anything is put that positive thought out there that you will meet your one true love, that you are going to find somebody who's going to be worthy of 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 being with you the rest of your life, or someone who's going to be with you for whatever time frame it is. We don't know how long we have in this world sometimes. So Jing, are you still here? Did you get another call from mom? Okay, Jing, you are up. Hopefully something didn't happen to Jing again. Have a great day, Asta. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget, if you guys can donate to my PayPal account, my Cash App account, or my Venmo account, I can drop those links in chat. I just want to make sure that everybody gets the reading that they need. That you know, I'm trying to help you. So if you can help me by donating even the smallest amounts, I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it's $5, I don't care what amount of money you say I was ready for today. But these are my tip links just in case you need to see them again. Okay. So Jing, now that I've done my little 5-second commercial, hopefully you're here still. I'm waiting to hear from Jing again. Hopefully it's not about your father. That was the worst news you could get today. Your father died. And to all those fathers who have gone to the Summerlands, we appreciate you and thank you. Or heaven, or whatever else you want to call it. Same place, different pantheons. Gods don't care about our silly little religions that we make up for ourselves. They just care that we're trying to live by the rule of good as much as possible, and we need reminders to do that. Can you imagine a world of people who just did one kind thing all the time for everybody? Can you imagine that? What that world would look like if we could all just be kind a little bit longer? Jing, my man. Jing! Let me check to make sure. Ding, you will be my last and final reading for today because I feel like calling my dad. Man. So after this one, I'm closing the queue. I'm giving time. I will give Jing until 9:45 to get back here, my time, Central Standard Time. So that means he's got about 10, 12 to 13 minutes to get back in here and tell me what he wants to know. Oh, see, there we go. Put that positive feeling out there for you. Okay, 20 times. We're shuffling 20. You want me to shuffle 20 times? Or because it's 1 through 10 for the shuffle. I can use 20 for your number if you want. I really don't feel like shuffling 20 times. 1 through 10 for the shuffle, 1 through 52 for the card picker. Okay, I'm happy to answer that for you, G, no problem. So pick a number 1 through 10 to shuffle. Hello, Josie. Welcome on in. If you want to be added to my list, I will add you to my list. But you have to stay in chat to get your reading. Hey, it's okay. We'll get you a reading there, Grandpa, if you want one. Okay? If you want a reading, I'll do you too, okay? But you're the last one I'm taking, gosh darn it. Because grandpas or fathers today get free readings, so hey, no problem. No problem. Okay, Jing, you're not picking a number 1 through 50, 1 through 10 to shuffle. That's what I need you to tell me. I will tell you everything you need to know there. I closed the queue. Give me a second, okay? Don't worry about joining the queue. Just stay in chat. Okay? Because I just got done closing the queue. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, do you want me to use that 20 number for your 1 through 52 pick, or do you want to pick a new number? Just give me that number 1 through 52. And Josie, you're next. Then Grandpa is the last one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and the 52nd card is now on top. Okay, here is your reading for today. And we had a pop-out card, so we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's see what this says. Okay. Okay, so here's your reading for you today, Jing. So in the past, you've been working on a lot of change within yourself, okay? And what you've been working on is letting go of all those things that you no longer serve you in your life. You have to get rid of a lot of the baggage that you've been carrying around with you. Just like a tree has to let go of its leaves every year, you have to let go of all of that junk you've been storing up inside after a year. You have to do something to give back to this universe because remember, you're in that natural flow of the ebbs and flows of the cycles of life, especially when you consider a tree's life. It starts out as a sapling, grows to a big ass tree, and starts leafing out. And all those leaves are things that they might have tried or things they might have done in their lives, their achievements, their goals, whatever, but they're no longer obtainable to have anymore because now they've changed colors and they're ready to fall off. So you've been working a lot of change in there. Then we kind of go to your present card. Your present card is telling you that you need to reintegrate all the parts of yourself again. So is your regular life and your happy home life balance in check there? Because it kind of feels like you're juggling too many things in the air. You need to kind of pull all those things together into one focal point that you can concentrate. How that one goal can reach all those other little goals. So you need to bring all of that goals in together to make one cohesive goal, because you have to be the one who lights the flame and reignites and integrates all those things back into yourself so that you can put that energy out into the universe. Because in the future, it's telling you that you have the Great Oak card. Okay? And that means you've reached a certain maturity level. You're no longer just a kid or a teenager or any of that stuff anymore. At least in your mental mind, you have grown to a point where you feel like you are mature enough to make the decisions and choices you want to make. Now, the Great Oak is like this. There are 4 stages before this becomes to fruition. And this means that you are starting to move all of that pretty furniture into that Great Oak, because there are a lot of old furniture or old bad patterns that felt comfortable, safe, and nice and warm. They've been with you your whole life. And it's time to start considering, do I need to move out this old furniture, even though it's the most comfortable thing in the world? I need to start moving the new furniture in that's going to help me stay a little bit stand, because all that old furniture was hurting you. It was giving you backaches, giving you leg cramps, giving you all those kind of things. It was dirty, filthy. It was time to replace them. I know we can't always do that in life, but it's definitely time for you to start working on that. But your destiny card is telling you it may be time for you to take a wandering path for a change. So move out from your current place. No, it means not you moving out from where you're living. Okay, it's more of a moving in to yourself. No, I see you working on the inner house that is you. We all are a house that we build within ourselves, just like a tree. It's a complete one unit. It does a lot of different things, but that tree has that mythical house inside that you are starting to decorate and make sure it looks good. So whatever you are putting on within the inside has to change and be moved around a little bit. That's the kind of movement I mean. But the wandering path card, it is telling you that you need to have a path that doesn't have a direction, doesn't have a time, doesn't even have a location of where to go to. You just got to kind of walk the walk for a while and just start to enjoy life a little bit. Because this card is all about that one thing that you've yet to consider in your life. And maybe this card that popped out for you will tell you what that is. You have the card that popped out, a special message from your God, deity of power, whatever you believe in. It's telling you it's time to donate back to yourself. You've either been a very giving person over your lifetime, whether it's your time, your money, your patience, whatever. You spend a lot of time on others. You don't spend so much time on yourself. So it's time to start donating that positive energy back to yourself. Start giving back a little bit more to self. I know that seems not may seem foreign to you, but it's one of those things that you have to start to do is start to donate back into yourself those things you feel you deserve. So start doing that a little bit more because you want to store that energy up so you can spend that change somewhere in the future. That's your reading today, my friend. We're up with Josie is next. Josie, you're up, my friend. Josie, call number 1 for Josie. Last minute intuitional thoughts for you, Jing, is that I think you have to stop being so worried about the future, start worrying about the right now. And I think that's the one thing you have to work on the most. I'm going to do a cleansing shuffle here. Josie, yes. So I'm just giving a cleansing shuffle. And is that the number of how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you, Josie? 1? Maybe it's just telling you you're on the right path, that you're doing all the right stuff. So my cards tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. So, there are a lot of tarot readers out there who will just tell you what you want to hear or tell you something so outrageous. No, 26. You want me to shuffle 26 times? It's 1 through 10, Josie, for shuffle. Then it's 1 through 52 for your cut card. You're cutting the cards with that number. So the next one is I can use 26 for the next number, but 1 through 10 for the shuffle. Okay. Are you warming up yet? Yeah, that's warm enough. As long as the cream and sugar melted. 10. Thanks for trying to help, Jing. 7 times. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now pick a number 1 through 52. That's where your answer is in my deck. Perfect. And Grandpa, you're next after that. You are my last and final reading, Grandpa. Okay, 26. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and the 26th card is what I will divine for you today. Okay. Okay. So we have your past, present, future destiny card for you today. So in the past, what you've been kind of working on is building up that positive energy inside of yourself, gathering up all of your energy reserves because you're about to embark on a very big me project that you're going to start working on yourself. You're building up that heat so that you can put yourself into the forge and start to heat yourself up to get ready to be tempered, so that that metal can start to become pliable and used to be able to go into the direction it wants to be. So it's definitely time for you to start heating up that positiveness in yourself. All that energy and positivity that you've had happen in your life, I need you to store that somewhere safe, like in your solar plexus, and start to put yourself into the fire of change a little bit, because that's what's going to help you move forward. So maybe this is the thing that you've just got done doing or you're about to start doing. It's either a beginning or an end. I don't think you're in the middle of it. But if you are, just keep building that power up. And when you feel like you're at full power, it's time to stick yourself in that fire to get that other metal red hot so that you pull it out, you can start tempering it down into the shape you want it to be. Although your present is telling you this, it's time to listen to that ancient knowledge you have inside of yourself. Your God or deity of power is basically saying to you, hey, pay attention. I'm trying to send you the messages you need to hear, but you're not listening. That's what this card means. It means that you are taking some time to have to reconnect with the divine a little bit. Use that knowledge that you've gained over your life and go to a spot where you can communicate with your deity of power any which way you choose to do so. But it's time to get that connection back in. That's probably maybe the thing that you're missing right now is that spiritual connection to keep moving forward. Now, your future card is this ice card, right? And I know this looks daunting, but remember, it's warning you not to do this in your life, okay? So this warning is basically saying, hey, don't become like a block of ice where no one can get to you, where all they feel is the coldness around you. They can't get in to even find out more about you. It's all about being very reserved, very kind of closed off, very not sociable. Now, you get to be the person who breaks this ice. You have that golden hammer inside of that ice that you can start chipping away at it. Or you can take that positive sunshine, that positivity that's being poured upon you from yourself and others, and start to melt that ice away. So the danger here is don't let yourself become closed, cold, closed, and closed off to people. It's time to start chipping away at that icy exterior so they can truly see your image. That's your destiny card. Now, image is all about that one postage stamp that we have yet to fill in our puzzle piece. It's you getting just an idea, a small window of who you are. As you can see here, you can only see my eye in the middle there, right? That's what you're basically seeing. You're getting a snapshot picture of what that person is, and it's a one-time snapshot. So you have to start considering how that fits in your puzzle. How does that make up the better person that you want to be? So it's time to start considering maybe your image needs to be improved a little bit. Maybe it's all about what you feel on the inside that needs to exclude on the outside as well. So it's definitely time for you to start worrying about or thinking about maybe updating your image a little bit, or maybe it's time for you to start considering that last puzzle piece you've yet to set down, you have in your hand, you just have to place it there. So it's just a matter of you looking at it and wondering where it goes in the puzzle. It's the one missing spot you don't have left. That is your reading today, Josie. Last minute intuitional thoughts for you. Oh, I mean, Jing. Sorry, Jing. No, I was on Josie. Sorry, Josie. Last minute intuitional thoughts. I think your deity of power is basically telling you to keep positive, to keep listening to yourself and your instincts. Remember that you're more than just a postage stamp. Break free from that icy cold exterior and start to bring that positive back in your life again. Thank you for being patient with me, Josie. Sometimes my memory, when I get into these things, I have what I call reader's mind. I always forget about the person's reading after I'm done reading them because I want to be able to not only hold confidential stuff that maybe I've heard in my head that you don't want anyone to know. So that's why I don't do it. Grandpa, last and final reading. Grandpa, you are up, my brother. Happy Father's Day to you, by the way. To anybody else out there who has dads, appreciate them. Always appreciate them. You never know when that will be the last time you get to say I love you. General reading. How many times would you like me to shuffle the deck for you? 1 through 10. Blessed be, brother. New moon isn't until the 18th, though, so. One time. 1. Pick a number, 1 through 52. That's where your answer is in my deck. Ten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card in the deck is where your answer is. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Knew it had to pop up once today. Okay, here's your reading for today there, Jing. Sorry, Grandpa. Oh, okay. Even the coffee's not helping today. All right. So, in the past path, this is your past path. This is your present. This is your future. This is your destiny. Okay. So, it's time to extinguish those old flames that you've kind of left burning out there in the world. We all have these little projects or these little things we like to start, but we never finish them. We never complete them because we've gotten tired of them. We've grown old from them, but we never really closed them down. We never really gave them the fire needed to be extinguished from that. So it's a lot of your old bad patterns or old bad things that you've kind of felt have kind of trickled along in your life. It's time to start extinguishing those bad patterns and working on a better future for yourself, because that's might be what you're working on right now, is extinguishing those old flames from your past so that you can start moving and being better in the future. So you're present. Happy Father's Day, Dad. This is my father's card on Father's Day, okay? So this is my father's card. Let me tell you a little about my dad. My dad wasn't always there for me when I was little, okay? They got divorced when I was very young. I barely knew anything about the divorce. I just knew my dad got to visit with me every other weekend, okay? And because I'm a spoiled, rotten child and takes everything personally, I said something to my dad that I regretted for a long, long time until we came back together and talked about it 14 years later after I turned 18. And my father wasn't always the most responsible person in the world, but he was always tied to family. He had 2 other marriages before he decided to remarry my actual mother, the woman that he loved all along. He just didn't want to admit it to himself. You know, he did that through his spirituality. He did that through that. You have to howl at the moon. You were talking about the moon. Howl at the moon to start calling out to your family, the family of your choosing. Because are you the leader of the pack? Are you the follower of the pack? Are you just a traveler along the road with it, right? So you have to start thinking about howling those emotions out to the universe to start calling for that family that you want back in your life again. And just like my father said to me all of my life, I love you no matter what. So it's time to start loving yourself very much. So are you the one who wants to rejoin a pack, or do you need to be the one who's a lone wolf for a while? I think it's time for you to rejoin a pack and become a part of a family again. Maybe this is something that can help you in the future. Then we have your future card. It's all about you reassessing everything going on in your life. You are going to get ready to place that last puzzle piece in this missing puzzle right here. This puzzle piece isn't actually missing. It's the unknown. It's the things we don't know that have yet to come. Until we die, this puzzle piece never gets filled because we're always facing the unknown. But what we haven't realized is just dirt on it. So we have to clear the dirt off every once in a while to see what's underneath. So you have to reassess yourself and brush off that painting so that you can see the whole complete you. And that's kind of what you're working on right now, is reassessing your certain situation that you are in, that you are trying to divine the best possible future for yourself. So consider your choices carefully, but you're ready to put that last puzzle piece in your picture, clear off the dirt, and really get that big picture, what you need to do. Because your destiny card is telling you it's all about the freedom. It's just like I keep telling people, the Laramar's door is that gilded cage you've been putting yourself in all this time. I know everything feels comfortable and safe and warm and cozy in there and keeps you protected, but maybe it's time to unlock that door that you've kept yourself trapped in all this time. Walk out the door, turn around, and see it wasn't such a pretty cage after all. Then you can lock the door, throw the key back into the center so you can never get back in that ugly cage that made you do those things that you didn't want to do in your life. It's about re-embracing your freedom of choice again. It's about re-embracing the freedom to express yourself, the freedom to do anything you want to do in your life. This is the Dream Stone. This is called a Larimar, and it is also known as the Dolphin Stone, a Dream Stone. So this helps bring freedom out in people. It also helps people with dreaming and stuff like that. So maybe you need to pay attention a little bit to your dreams tonight. They might have an answer for you that you're looking for. So that is your reading today, Grandpa. This one, it's a blue stone actually, turquoise color actually. It's called the Larimar. It's an expensive stone too, so I only have a couple pieces myself, but this is one of my favorite stones. But it comes from the Dominican Republic. It's kind of it's a softer stone, not like a hard stone. So it's found in, those kind of things. So you're very welcome, Grandpa. I hope that I helped you on your Father's Day today. I would like to say one more time to all those fathers out there, thank you for being the fathers that you are. Thank you for being there for your children and your family and your friends. And my wife is coming in to say hi real quick or get a smoke or whatever. So as I'm finishing up here, I'll give you one that I already made.
Oh, thank you, honey.
That way I don't have to pull out the old cigarette machine. You're very welcome. I hope you all have a great and wonderful Father's Day today. May you be truly blessed. May you truly be found today. If there's a father out there who wants to reconnect with their children or something out there in this world, think about that for one moment. Just try to go back into their lives and let them say what they need to say. Let you say what you need to say. And if that's all they ever get, that's more than they've had in a lifetime. So to all those fathers who aren't being a father out there, step up, guys. It's time. All right, guys, time for the silly ass commercial. By ending, I love you guys so much. I will be here tomorrow, and I truly do appreciate everything that you have done for me today. So we'll see you then. Bye bye. You're cool.
The fuck?
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Debbie Energy Drinks has proudly sponsored the Unknown Prophet Tarot readings. You can check them out online at their code. Please check out the energy drink that has no dyes, no colors, no sugars. It's a completely 100% natural formula designed to help you have the best day ever. So if you want that code, write down 10% off of your first order. Just enter Joshua Blessy with that code down below and you will get a 10% discount. Also brought to you by the Paranormal Partnership Network, our group of paranormal people sharing the links of their YouTube sites, their Facebook pages, and all of that information is there. Then we have the Unified Paranormal Program, which is a group of paranormal people trying to bring the paranormal community together to find that one thing that we're all searching for, those answers. So it's about the positivity we bring in. We forget our egos. We forget our presence in the world. We just give in and try to work together as a team. All of us want to be the most popular person out there sometimes, but it's about working together as a team and coming together and being a unified paranormal program. Then the Global Ghost Hunt is coming in October. If you guys didn't check it out before, it should be something you check out now. The Global Ghost Hunt is coming in October. If you'd like to be a part of this, if you're a paranormal group or a medium or a reader and you think you would like to be a part of a team, go to globalghosthunt.com and sign up today because they're filling fast, guys. They are filling fast. So, and this has been a Blue Sphere Productions. We will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. You and me, time and space, everything that happened or ever will. We'll see you tomorrow.